Hello all, welcome to yet another video on Dr. RS and you, science of cosmetics and personal care products. In today's discussion, we will be discussing sunlight and skin. Before going into the topic, I want to tell a correction in skin moisturization which we discussed yesterday. Please note that. See, yesterday in ways to moisturize skin, I said dry humid weather. What I meant is dry cold weather, not dry humid weather. Dry cold weather. Read dry cold weather. Usually in winter, the humidity is low and it's dry. So petroleum jelly and cold cream suitable during dry cold weather, right? So that is what I meant, right? Please, when you read it, kindly correct it. Thank you for that. So today, sunlight and skin. Again, I wish to kindly request you to go to introduction and know more about the purpose of the program, and also about me. I have introduced myself in the part 1. Kindly look into the part 1. Thank you for that. And also the other sections. No, you go through the other sections so that there will be a continuity of what you do. There will be a continuity of what you learn. Please go through all the sections also. So in today's discussion, we will discuss about sunlight and skin. Part 6, sunlight and skin. Okay. Sunlight. Yeah. It's all the infrared, near infrared, visible light, UVA, UVB, UVC and far UV. Of these, we will be more concerned about UVA and UVB rays. UVA and UV rays have some beneficial effect on skin, but at excess dose, they also have toxic effects on the skin. UVC doesn't reach the earth, ozone layer screens it out. So UVC doesn't reach the earth. It's UVA and UVB, right? So we will be all the sunscreens and sun protection and all the things are about UVA and UVB light of the sun, right? So when the sunlight hits the surface of the earth, 50% is infrared light, right? When the sun hits the earth, 40% is visible light, right? 50% IR, 40% is visible light and 10% is UV. In this, 9.5% is UVA and 0.5% is UVB. Okay. 95% of UV light is UVA, 5% is UVB, right? So UV is the most energy intense light from the sun radiation reaching the earth's surface. Okay. Of course, UVC doesn't reach, I told you previously. Now, when you see UVA penetrates more into the skin than UVB. UVA penetrates to the inner layers of the skin than UVB, right? So UVA is responsible for skin tan, and UVB is responsible for skin burn. Okay, I just kept it because these 2 points are UVA predominantly causes skin tanning. When we come to pigmentation, we will see how the tan happens, right? UVA causes skin tan and UVB causes skin burn, right? So what UVA? Skin tan. UVB? Skin burn, right? This should be the mantra, you remember this, right? So now there is a classification of skin color. Okay, it's Fitzpatrick classification of skin color. Okay, from Europeans to Asians to Africans, right? From Europeans to Asians to Africans. It's like this, from white to more black, right? Skin, right? Skin type 1, white, very fair, red, blonde hair, blue eyes with lot of freckles. This type of skin always burns. They never tan. Okay? Same way, skin type 2, they usually burn but tans with difficulty. Cream, white, fair with any eye or hair color, very common. Mild burn, gradually tans. Most probably we might come like in this area where brown, typical Mediterranean Caucasian skin, we rarely burn. Skin rarely burns but tans with ease. Okay, the skin get tanning very easily. Dark brown very rarely burns, tans very easily. Black never burns, tans very easily. See, as you go down, it tans more than burn. The unusual, very corollary thing is, people who burn wants to get their skin tanned. That is why they go to beach, sunbath, and if they get the skin tanned, that's a big thing, no? But people who tan, no, they don't want their skin to be tanned. No, tanning the skin, no, the complexion is lost, right? So this is a point which we have to remember. This is a very important scale. Burn and tan, right? Now, you all heard about sun protection factor, SPF. No? SPF is how it is measured. Exposure time to produce erythema, protected skin. Exposure time to protect erythema, unprotected skin. So it depends upon what type of skin type you are doing this. It's very important. Erythema is the burn and the intense burn you get, right? That is erythema. Okay. So it is this ratio of protected skin with sunscreens and unprotected skin. No, the ratio is the SPF. Okay, SPF is sun protection factor. So, sun protection factor is a measure of UVA or UVB. It's mostly erythema, it's a burn. So, SPF is a measure of UVB protection. Right? UVB protection. Protection from skin burn. That is, protection from skin burn. So as in India, we don't require a very high SPF for protection, because our skin tend to tan and not burn. Right? Our skin tend to tan and not burn. So that is how we need an SPF of maximum 20. That is enough. 15 also is sufficient for an Indian skin to protect ourselves. Right? What was happening is the countries were putting high SPF, no? For basically the protection from UVB. So what we saw here in this slide is UVB is only 0.5%, 9.5% of UV light is UVA, right? So most of the sunscreens developed are UVB. There are very few potent chemical sunscreens which are UVA. Sunscreens, here I'm telling only the sunscreen as a sun and what are its effects here. But formulations of sunscreens and different type of sunscreen products we will come when we go to the sunscreen formulation stage, right? Here we understand what is UVA, UVB, what is SPF. SPF is UVB protection, right? So Indian skin requires very high SPF? No, we need very optimal, very low SPF product. That's enough. So what happened? All the products were high SPF, and there were some regulations brought that UVA protection should also be there in the products, because most of these sunscreen products are developed in Europe or in Western countries. So for them it's more they want UVB protection. They want to protect from burn and they want to tan. But UVA sunscreens, what happens? When UVB sunscreens protect your skin from burn, UVA sunscreens protect your skin from tan, right? It protects your skin from skin tan, which they don't want. They want their skin to be tanned, right? So now, since UVB has lot of other toxicity problems, it has been regulated that all sunscreen should have sufficient UVA. Since UVA has lot of toxicity problems also, it has been decided that all sunscreen should also have UVA protection, right? UVA, recently they started calculating on UVA protection factor also, which is called PPD, persistent pigment darkening. That is a method used to check the efficacy of the sunscreen in UVA protection. What they do, UVA range is 320 to 400 nanometers, no, UVA spectrum, 320 to 400 nanometers. So, the intensity of UVA light required for a protected skin, the ratio of the intensity of UVA light for protected skin to get tanned, persistent pigment darkening to unprotected skin, right? That is the ratio, and that is how persistent pigment darkening is calculated. Sunscreens with PPD 10 allowed to endure 10 times as much as UVA damage without protection. This is how the PPD is calculated, and you can see some of the products now, no, they say PA3 plus is high UVA protection, 2 plus plus. So this is the UVA protection. When they say SPF, that is UVB protection. When they say SPF 75 plus plus plus, they say SPF 75 lotion with very good UVA protection also, right? This is how you have to read the labels. Most of the products have this labeling. Some imported product I still don't see plus there. So in Indian context we need more of UVA protection, right? UVA protection, because our skin is subjected to more tan than burn, right? So what are the consequences of sun exposure? No, good one, vitamin D synthesis, right? That is one of the positive thing. Other thing are mostly photodermatosis. Okay, because of excess exposure to sunlight, you get dermatosis. Then photo aging. Excessive exposure to sunlight can damage your elastin and collagen fibers, which gives elasticity to the skin, and called photo aging. Immunosuppression, photocarcinogenesis, meaning skin cancer, right? Cytotoxicity and genotoxicity. No, it's genes and cells. It is toxic. Immediate effects, sunburn and suntan. That is the common thing. People always look into sunburn and suntan, UV B, and suntan UVA predominantly, right? Photosensitization, you get photo allergy. Because of the sensitization, you get photo allergy. So of these, vitamin D synthesis is very, very important. That is why we need optimal dose of exposure to sunlight, not excessive exposure to sunlight. Especially you can see now, I am telling you, vitamin D, since Africans are completely protected from sunlight. Why? Because of melanin, which we will see in the next section 7, right? Part 7, where we will talk about more on melanin and skin, melanization. So their skin has melanin pigments which protects the skin from UV. Since they are highly protected from UV, they always lack vitamin D. There are a lot of research papers on that. But the more white skin, no, they have vitamin D because their skin is not very well protected from UV light. That is why you can see in white skin lot of blemishes, right? Lot of blemishes because of especially See, actually, with all these problems, they put high SPF and go for sun bath and all those things, which the incidence of skin cancer is very high in places like Australia, where UV intensity is very high, and the skin cancer is also very high. The incidence is practically nil in Africa, and in countries like South India, we don't hear much about skin cancer because of. So we are protected from sun, right? And also we protect ourselves from sun because we don't want to our skin to get tanned. Okay, of course it will not burn, right? So UVA, within minutes it causes immediate tanning, right? Ours UVB causes burn, thickening of the skin outer layer, tanning, photoallergies, mostly UVA, skin aging, UVA, UVB and UVA both contribute to skin cancer, right? These are some of the effects of UV radiation, right? Now, we will study in detail about sunscreens in subsequent chapters when we go to the formulation of various products, right? So sunscreens, they are chemical sunscreens and physical sunscreens. No, physical sunscreens basically titanium dioxide, micronized, and zinc oxide. Titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. They are the two inorganic sunscreens. They are physical sunscreens. They act as a block. Here you can see cricketers and all those people white. No, that's sunscreens with these two, and chemical sunscreens. Chemical sunscreens work in different way. Physical sunscreens work in different way. Each chemical sunscreen has certain level of protection, and a combination of sunscreens gives a broad spectrum protection from sunlight. So people combine now with physical sunscreens and chemical sunscreens. Physical sunscreens, titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, are supposed to be more safer than chemical sunscreens, right? The mechanism of sun protection and how it happens, we will discuss again when we come to the formulation section. So this is what I would like to share with you today on sunscreens. I think it was interesting to you all and informative. So I conclude with today's life lesson. No? Today's life lesson: forgive and seek forgiveness for your own benefit. Okay? If somebody hurts you, if you keep on thinking about the hurt, what happens now? The energies are very powerful. That energy itself will sap you, right? Just sit in a place, say that you are also an Atma, I am also an Atma. So everybody is evolving. You have hurt me, I forgive you, right? You need not go and ask forgiveness. I forgive you, please go away, cut. So that is how you forgive people and seek forgiveness. If you have hurt somebody, or without knowing you have hurt somebody, you say, whoever I have hurt, okay, let them all be in front of me, right? Just think about it. Sorry, I am also evolving. Sorry for hurting you all. I humbly request to pardon me for hurting you all. No? Peace be with you all. Om Shanti Shanti Om. And then leave it. Okay? Because if you think about people who have hurt you and keep on keeping in your mind, it saps you and it makes you unhappy, it saps your progress, because the entire life is energy. How the energy moves you, right? We will, in some other life lessons, we will talk about that, right? So, the best way to be happy is forgive and seek forgiveness, right? That is what the life lesson I want to share with you today. Thank you very much for listening. Let us meet, let us discuss in the next session. Thank you.